Alright, let's get into it. We're a little late today, but that's fine. We're going to be continuing the World War II missions with Friday Night Fights here. They've already gotten a bit started, but that is fine. We are going to play catch-up, and I'm just getting everything ready on my side. There we go. Looking at my audio levels, making sure everything's good. The mic is very quiet. There we go. Move it a bit closer to my face. That should be A-okay. We are on one of the classic IFA maps. This are the outskirts of Germany here. Oh, okay, I misread. I thought they were going to be British on the Op4 side, but it looks like they're being Soviets instead. 1 second. Let me go ahead and change that. All right. There we go. A little bit of connectivity issues back and forth here, but otherwise, let's go ahead. Blue 4 start point was over here, but it looks like they're already moving on. But the German forces here are mainly going to be using Kar 98s, G43s, MG42s, all of that fun jazz. We got some MP44s in play as well. Op4, meanwhile, again, they've been mostly deploying here. 3 minutes left till the start of the mission. But we have Mo's and the Gaunt's, all that other stuff. We'll break that down momentarily. Blue 4 trying to hold 3 sectors today. We can see that on the map there. Bit interesting in terms of shape, but I think they're meant to take certain areas or sectors here. So with that, I see 2 of them, and the third one, I guess, is this grain elevator area over here. All right. Let me see if I can sneak a 5-minute prediction. If we can get that going, because again, we're a little rushed this morning because I was a bit lazy. Oh, I can't even spell OFCRA right. That's funny. All right, FNF, US would be Germans and Soviets. I'll go ahead and put that on for 5 minutes, and we will go from there. Otherwise, let's quickly lightning bolt the mission details here. So again, tasks: Blue 4 have to hold one of the 3 sectors by the end of the game. Op 4 have to take all 3, and with standard FNF rules, if you wipe your opponent, you automatically win. Blue 4, meanwhile, their loadout's German uniform, so actually, I don't see any Kar 98s except for a marksman rifle. But MP44s, MP40s, G43s, and MG42s. They have 2 static MG34s. They have a couple wagon transport and then a couple wagon with an MG42. Loadouts for Op 4, it's SVTs, scoped SVT 40s for the marksman, PPSHs, and then DTs for the Delta medium machine gunners. They get 3 Bren carriers, 2 transport gases, and then the 2 stolen half-tracks with a bunch of 7.92 ammunition inside. Otherwise, all right, brief here. 700 meters of render distance, 75 fortified points for Blue 4. Fortified color is tan for just standard sandbags and whatnot. And then the rounds are going to be 50 minutes long. Background for this mission, April 1945, 20 kilometers east of Berlin. The Red Army's 1st Belarusian Front continues their final offensive on Berlin, assaulting the city's outer defenses. Area of operation: the grain elevator is a large climbable structure that overlooks most of the play area. It is located outside of Blue 4 safe zone, and therefore can't be fortified or occupied during safe start. The assembly area and headquarters are small groups of enterable 2-story buildings. Mission rules: unlisted cars and trucks are unfueled and locked, so they have some vehicles around for ambience that are just there for ambience. Otherwise, Lolo going to be commanding the Blue 4 side. Alpha has Major Khan, Kevin, Skipu, Kremet, Wonder, and Zixme. Bravo has Alfie, Killer Cake, Rollum, that's it. Commando, and Crisper. Bravo 2 has Lolo _ with Cullis, McBain, Dobbs, Sam, and Kiri. Charlie has Bates, Inara, and Norris leading. Rounds have started officially, but we got Charlie 1 with Apperly and French. Charlie 2 has Voth, Dottie, Buckner, Hunt, Campwell, and Harrington. Omri and Simi and Tom are in Delta, and then Delta 2 has Dreams and Twins taking 2 MG42s. Eric leading Op 4 with Swola as his 2IC. Fonz leading Alpha with Snatchbear as the marksman. Pupper as the 2IC. Actually, no, marksman. No, medic. Excuse me, Snatchbear as the marksman. And Pierce is going to be the 2IC. Crazy, Nolik, Meerkat, Salt, Bursty, Roderick, and Mangario are in Alpha 2. Bravo has Mr. Hybrid with Cooper, Sam, Samuel, Kojonovich, and Lewis. Charlie has Watts leading with Oddball as the auto rifleman. So I guess they're only a 4-man team. He's got Rambo Bambo, Rocky 19 as well, and Max Sick. Delta has Ash leading Banks, Mr. White, not Mr. White, excuse me, Mike, Wheaton, Vagrant, Tackleberry, Harana, and Lurch. And then Alpha 1 all the way down here for whatever reason has Henry Standers, Nekmata, Tundian, Wayne, Murphy T, Nuzzy, and Goose all together. Otherwise, Op4 already starting to drive down this area. Blue 4 making a rush to take control of the grain elevator area for those elevated positions. Not a bad call. It does give good overwatch, but there's a lot of places you can be shot at from this area here. Otherwise, again, started a bit late, but we're back. We're going to be doing this, hopefully all 3 rounds, and Daisy today. So, Azrai, K-Lone Survivor of Us, Sea Turtle, Razor, Mr. Red, Shark, Daz, Monktastic, and JJ Reaper. How are you all doing? We're slowly seeing Op4 get into position here. Blue 4 Command is in the same tree line as we see a big chunk of Op4 coming in on, so that's a little concerning. Looks like Op4 is going for some sort of pincer maneuver here with a group to the north and south. And then we have a little bit in the middle, so that could very well turn into a 3-pronged attack. Blue 4, meanwhile, looks like they are holding mainly the Sector 2 assembly area and the grain elevator. We have someone wounded over here already. Looks like he's being given medical, but suffice to say, Op4 attacking these sectors one at a time, they can overwhelm these 2 garrisons here. So I feel like Op4 has the advantage right now, but you never know. It's going to really rely on that PvP. Right off the bat, Cullis taking fire. He is forced to get into deeper cover here. We do see the marksman staying above over here, and Op4 slowly trickling their northern force in. I'm doing all right. Stuffed myself with sushi yesterday and today. Still have a little bit of a cough because, you know, I had COVID like a week and a half ago, so bear with me on that, but I am doing my best here. Why are the Soviets running Bren gun carriers? Because Lend-Lease Act. The reality is the mod doesn't really have a lot of transport vehicles for the Soviets, but, I mean, a lot of the Soviet gear was Lend-Lease, so, you know. Darn good-looking sushi. Oh, Spiegel saw. All right, because you're in the 777, so, you know, the... I sent pics of the yesterday. I didn't send them today, except I sent some to Villainous, but... Ay. I'm sick, everyone scatter? Yeah, right. Yeah, I've heard, what's that told me he was taking a break from moderating for me for a few days so he could go play Final Fantasy 14 with you and other people if they were around. Hey Liru, I'm trying to learn Arma to get into the Milsim stuff. If there's anywhere you know of that tarns new players. Monktastic, wait around till the intermission. I have an ad literally catered to you to go look. If you type !Milsim, you can get ahead of it, but that's where I'd recommend you look, because it's much better than the alternatives, like Reddit Find a Unit or looking through a bunch of different Discords. Yeah, exactly. What did I do before Arma and Twitch? So I was in college to get a cybersecurity degree. I still have a bachelor's in cybersecurity, but I was working for a VPN company. Grenades going off, but people are in the building, so it doesn't really matter. I was a VPN engineer, and then they moved me to customer service instead, and they just stuck me in there because the company was small. And I apparently work better with people, and they thought it would be cooler to have a college student work customer service rather than interning on their dev side of things. But I still picked up a few things, but nah, then YouTube took off and I quit that job because it was way too damn taxing. They wanted me to work 8 hours every single day, no breaks, and I politely turned them down. Which VPN? It's still a small company, so I wouldn't feel comfortable because you could probably dox me if I told you the company, but it was one of the smaller ones. It's not like NordVPN, none of the bigger ones, but they still have a pretty decent chunk of the market. And they're still around. And there goes Omri. Omri is no longer around. In fact, he is unconscious. Oh yeah, I got into CYSC during my time in high school. I went to a bunch of Cyber Patriot competitions, and our school, God, George C. Marshall back in the day. I think I can get away with telling you that one. In a few years, I'll tell you my college too, but yeah, no, Marshall High School, we had a really good cybersecurity program. By my senior year, I was literally training teams of people how to do what I did. It was fun. But the school kept stealing my trophies. That pissed me off. I don't have any thoughts on Cyber Auxilia because I don't know anything about it, trash. I'm going to be honest, as college went by, I kind of focused a little less on my studies and more on YouTube. And, you know, now I kind of do this for a living.
Hi at Lance Corporal _
Hey, Ghost Wolf, I saw your message saying you were free today till 11 p.m. I will hit you up with stuff after FNF. Thank you for the 29-month resub, though. I appreciate all your support. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Well, we might go on Ghost Wolf's server tonight because he's got a different menu, and I think it would be fun to vary things. But then I might spend an hour or two on Razor's server as well. Though I will admit the Pal World update's out, and I have a server for that, and I kind of want to go on there too, but I'm not sure my Pal World shenanigans are Twitch appropriate. Alright, so we see that there's quite a few dead Blue 4 around here. We only see one dead Op4 member, but we've seen at least a handful of dead Blue 4. You've got at least 3, 4 bodies, including Ground Command. He got found in that tree line and taken out, so Op4 definitely having a bit of an advantage right now. I hope that's not a grenade. Okay, it's a smoke. Now you got this half track coming around. Some Blue 4 on the street there. You see some grenades being thrown out in retaliation. Fragmentation could get a lucky headshot and kill somebody. More grenades coming out. That one's going to bounce wide. Actually bounces over the wall. I'm thinking after FNF, I'll update the Pal World channel on my Discord and let people on that server, because it's technically Devil Demon server, but he lets us use it, and he's one of my players. So Pal World, I mean, most games I play the hell out of it for like a month at most, and then I don't touch it until a bunch of updates come out, and then I go back and play the hell out of it for a month. I just rotate my games. The exception, of course, is Arma 3, but that's because Arma 3 is my job. Alright, so you see a DT gunner in here. He's trying to suppress stuff that is over on this grain elevator. We have a DT member here. It looks like he racked up a double kill here. There was one body already dead. He got one. He takes a marksman shot. That was either friendly fire or that was garrison forces down here shooting. But look at where Lolo's position is. He's up on the rafters of this building here. Literally the crawl space. You got Standers back here doing some medical. You still have some Blue 4 on the top right here. One of them is a machine gunner, but at this range, it might be tough for him to get a good position, but he might go prone here and start bombarding that area. We hear an explosion in the distance. That might have been an explosive charge thrown into this building. Don't see any markers, so either it got the kill or it didn't. Grenade goes off. Vagrant gets lucky because the fence caught some of that shrapnel. And Op4 are still trying to move along this area, but look at this. Blue 4 sending a counterattack on the rear. This could change the game. They could end up sandwiching this large Op4 element here, and that is a big chunk of Op4's manpower as Blue 4 are sending in a small counterattack. Meanwhile, Op4 starting to breach into this building. We're seeing them knock out these guys here. Vagrant blown away, but it looks like some follow-up forces with those SVT-40s were able to come in and sweep the guys with G43s. Damn. Alfie wakes back up. No one realizes he's still alive, though, and Alfie doesn't realize he's still alive. Wait a minute. And Alfie gets the shot on the back of the head of that guy, and then they trade. What the hell was that? Ah, yes. Arma 3 PvP. Remember, if you're stuck in place, just look down. There's probably a body you need to double tap or save if it's on your team. Anyway, Blue 4's counterattack coming in. Harana gets shot in the back. Must be the leg. Right? You would think. And that's my first highlight of the day. Grenades going around. Wheaton pushing up. Actually, no, Wheaton killing the guy pushing up. I think that was Kevin who just went down. Zixby, though, a really hard hitter in the PvP community. He is right in the middle of an Op4 formation. I want to see what he does. Meanwhile, I think Lolo's still up here. He's trying to climb down. He does not. He falls and knocks himself unconscious and gets double tapped by Samuel. Okay. So much for that idea. Don't you love when you see players position themselves in really good spots only for them to fall too far and knock themselves unconscious? And then someone's like, oh shit, an enemy. And then they just double tap the body and get a free kill. Ain't that something? Oh, man. So you got Wheaton poking out here. He's trying to look for what he's got. Wonders on that second story. Wheaton takes some fire, immediately pulls away, and you got more Blue 4 trying to come in. Op 4, though, have control of the grain elevator. Sector is almost taken, by the way, but you see Stanners turn around here with his DT, trying to get some pickoffs. Zixby, meanwhile, pushing. I can't tell if he got a kill or not, but he now falls into a building. There's the sector officially taken. And that is somebody shot in the back. That's a DT. Zixby could take it and do a lot more damage. Definitely more ammunition in those than the 10-round G43s. He's going to instead choose the bandage. We also have Crispy back here. He's also equipped with a G43. He's looking around. Mango, that's not his name, but I mean, that's the closest thing to it. He's looking around also trying to figure out what's going on. Op 4 now breaking off into more groups, leaving a smaller force for this Blue 4 element to potentially take out. Looks like now Zixby's taking the gun. As we see Op 4 folding out of this building and trying to regroup with one another. We have a knockout trade by Meerkat and Major Khan. We'll see who wins the wake-up war there. But otherwise, we see some Op 4 firing out. Skipoo's crawled up. Looks like he's looting the body. Crispy comes around, gets a kill on another Op 4 member. And hold on, the wake-up war. They both woke up at the same time, and Major Khan wins the wake-up war. All right. Blue 4 bouncing back. Swolo, we hear, has a stolen MG42. You see Tackleberry camping the rooftop up here. Wheaton checking the rear. Grenade goes off. Skipoo tries to drop Swola. Swola caught in the reload. Swola gets blown away by Zixby taking that DT. Wheaton has a DT though. Satchel goes off on the side. Zixby pushes and manages to shoot Wheaton in the back. I don't see it. Nope, his marker came around instead. Don't know where that fire ended up going. But we see that Op 4 is sending an entire team of 10, actually a squad size worth of 10, probably to now take that headquarters area. Rest of Op 4 still moving around the grain elevator, but they're leaving their rear echelon behind. We see a few Op 4 trickling back, but will that be enough? We still have 4 Blue 4 members in the back line here, an entire Blue 4 group wiped, and Op 4 have just a massive amount of numbers remaining. We're going to need to see Blue 4 do a lot better in order to beat this round out, because they don't have a lot left on the remaining sector compared to Op 4. It looks paltry right now, but you got to remember there's 10 dudes in that vehicle on the rear. I think if Blue 4 wants to have a solid chance at this round, they need to win this remaining firefight, and that's tough because there's only 4 of them left, and there's about 4 right here. And then we got other groups now trying to reform, but definitely that counterattack has caused a bit of discord to stop the rest of Op 4 from just bulldozing the rest of the AO. So they've done the intended job that I think Command wanted them to pull off. Or then again, I think Lolo died too early for them to call that counterattack, so the squad leader just put it on their own. Wow. Oh, no. Okay, I thought Skipoo got a great headshot right there. Tackleberry camping under the stairs. We're hearing more grenades going off. Major Khan now coming up. Wheaton catching Skipoo in the open. Skipoo has no idea where he is. He gets blown away. Grenade just flickers his gun around. But you're going to continue to see machine gunners camping in these buildings. But the smoke is definitely pulling some attention away. Nonetheless, we have Op 4 dismounting. They're going to start moving into the headquarters zone. There's not really anything for them to worry about, though, because Blue 4 is sticking around in the other area. We see that the sector is being taken now, with that box starting to fill. Tackleberry gets knocked out. Probably by a grenade being chucked into here without realizing. Zixby helping Wonder breach into the building. Tackleberry wakes up only to get tapped again. Wheaton pushes, but the DT beats out the MP40. Now we got 2 Op 4 coming in. It's 3-2 on this outskirts fight. We do have Stanners overwatching with a marksman rifle. He does have 3 kills already. We'll see if he'll be able to pick up another. Zixme coming in the back door. We heard Tackleberry wake back up. And did he friendly fire? Because I don't see Wheaton anymore. Yeah, Wheaton's dead. Huh. That might have been a friendly fire instance. Because I heard a yeah, that's unfortunate, but at least they're holding hands. Meanwhile, more fire coming out. I can't tell if Major Khan was firing into Zixme's building or what. We see some shots going out, I think, on Stanners. He's repositioning. Checking the macro here. Op4 are going on the northern side, ready to move to the final zone. Major Khan, meanwhile, firing on the rear, but we still see Tackleberry, Rambo, and Maxic alive. Yeah, so this is just going to pin the infantry right here. You see that the Sector 1 is about to be officially taken. Any second now. There it is. So Op4 are properly pinned right here. You're going to see two large elements come around, and then we see that this half-track is coming around to potentially pick people off from a different angle to deliver some enfilading fire, so that's a tough call. Major Khan, meanwhile, taking fire from Rambo Bambo Rocky 19 as he tries to cross over. You got a little bit of blood here from where Major Khan was hit, but I'm going to be honest, at this point, Blue 4 need to just be pulling back to the final sector. It's tough to do because there's still some forces on the outskirts. Maxic catches Zixme and takes him out. So I think that attack is pretty much over with. Now we just have to see if there's been enough Op4 pulled away for there to be made any difference. We saw a Blue 4 marker over here. It disappeared. Don't know what that was about. Nonetheless, who do we still have remaining here? Bates, France, and Ara. Oh, God, they've got France, but they're German, so that's Ira. Well, no, they had France at this point. But then again, I think the eastern flank probably fell, and the British and the United States probably took those areas back, but still. My point is, it's not looking good for Blue 4 at the moment. Op4 have a lot of manpower. They're starting to trickle in, but give it a minute and they'll fully regroup on this side. Norris can't seem to land the shot on Fonz. Got some grenades going. Suppressive fire coming out on this building. As we watch on the map side of things, more forces are coming around on the side. Major Khan is just trying to run in. He could potentially do a bit of damage on the rear. He's triple timing it. He's got an STG-44. That's not a bad call. But now you see this massive wave of Op4 coming in. A few grenades, even some thermite grenades being thrown to try to deter them, but it's only delaying the inevitable. We've only been 18 minutes of combat in this round. Still 32 remaining. It's a 50-minute round fully, but I don't know. We got the machine gun that's been turned around and now face the street view. It's scoped. The question is it going to be able to pick anybody off with it? It's scoped, but there's not really any magnification on it. We see Norris trying to fire into the window over here. There is someone's headstock right here. It's just Norris can't seem to line up the shot. Got Samuel out there with a scoped weapon. Voth trying to hold his building, but he gets pushed on the rear and taken out. And at this point, the southern side of the sector is wide open. There's some smoke in play, but it's not covering the entire street. But Bates is definitely in a position to get picked off from the closest building. And I think he knows it. He gets down behind the cover instead, gets back on the machine gun. He's giving a quick look. Got Hunt all the way back here trying to lock it down with a submachine gun, but at that range, he's not going to do anything. So he gets picked off. Why is the submachine gunner out here? He should be in the... whatever. Major Khan coming in. He is prone and starting to pick people off on the street right here. He gets one kill. Lewis has no idea where he's getting shot from. He folds into the building. Blue 4 are down to about... let's see, less than 10 at this point. 3, 6, yeah, 9 total. Op4, meanwhile, still probably around 20. Harrington throwing an explosive charge out, throwing multiple out in Martyrdom. That grenade might get him. The explosive charge saves him. Second one gets Goose. Great double kill by Harrington. Meanwhile, Major Khan counterattacking up. He catches Jay Cooper as he moves in. No double tap yet, though. Hybrid running around. Does Major Khan notice? He does. Drops him. We need to see double taps. Though that was quite a few shots on Hybrid. Might not come back. Louis still in the back building over here. You've got this half track trying to pick people off. It's going to be able to penetrate into this fence. Buckner knows that. He's pulling back instead. Machine Gunner fires back. You do see damage on this this half track now. T doing a bit of medical. Major Khan catches Lewis out in the open, takes him out. Does a quick reload. There's the double tapping fire. Cooper has his weapon, though he could get more ammo. But we still have another Op 4 wave and some more that can trickle in on the side. Blue 4 is definitely putting up a good defense in their final position. Will it be enough? Major Khan on 4, technically 5 with Cooper's death. Harrington's pulled back. He at least has 2 explosive charges remaining, doing a bit of medical. Dundian comes out, tries to pick off France, immediately takes retaliatory fire from France and Twins. Have some more long-range engagements. That's not going to do much, though. It's just suppression. It's going to rely on more plays like what Harrington and Major Khan are doing, being aggressive and outflanking your opponent. The risk with that is you don't know what's up here. You don't know if there's Op 4 in the tree line. You don't know if there's Op 4 in the building. You can't stop the loot. You have to just go for it. Look at this. Harrington breaches. He throws an explosive charge. Oh my god, and we see a melee kill. Oh my god. Well, if you're going to go down, you might as well take a few out with you. Major Khan gets caught in the open as Op 4 pushes up. Roderick puts him down, but he is able to knock Salt out. And now we just have about 6 or so Blue 4 players remaining. Op 4 pushing in various directions. I think it's over. Bucket trying to throw AT grenades up. Henry gets out just as Buckner's throwing more grenades. Henry gets taken out. T jumps out. Pulls his binos out for whatever reason. The handgun duel. T wins the handgun duel. French trying to now take him out. Can't seem to line up a shot. T's running with his handgun. Oh, but a grenade goes off. It lands behind T, though. Doesn't take him out entirely. Grenade gets thrown out. Really great throw there. That's probably going to get France. Only knocks him out. T running up with his handgun. Gonna catch France in the back. Stanner's also up here. Blue 4 down to 5 defenders. France gets the headshot there on T. Wait, no, a different player. T, meanwhile, crippled as he tries to crawl in. I'm going to be honest, the MP40 is not really performing well. T comes in, gets the kill. Twins finishes him off with the MG42, but Blue 4 cannot afford to trade evenly right now when they are facing a 1-3, even 1-4 player advantage against them right now. Yeah, no pack gun crew to chill on the side and not do anything like that OFCRA op a few weeks ago. God, those guys were chads. Literally, the entire sector next to him is getting absolutely taken over, and the second one of them tries to leave the pack gun, they armor themselves on the pack gun and die. That will still be one of my favorite highlights for a hot second. Harry, if you're Harrington, I caught the time you got a double kill with the first 2 charges you threw, and then I caught you getting hit with melee, and then your charge blowing up the building and killing both of them. Yes. Yes, I caught it all. Don't worry, buddy. I'm your eye in the sky. Campbell trying to open up on Pupper. Can't seem to line the shot up. Twins gets taken out. We have an explosive satchel. There goes Anara. And the other guy blows himself up to his own grenade. Literally at the exact same time. It's literally just Norris now. Sector now being taken because Norris can't hold this on his own. He does get a kill, but I think it's over, boys. He finds a PPSH. He would only have 45 seconds to kill off everyone in the zone. I think we're done. He can't even leave the building. He's getting clipped on the doorway. Really? Really? Okay, Arma. Keep your secrets. I'm waiting to see the double tap. Nope, there he's on it. See, he wakes back up. You could argue that he was still alive, but there's no way he would be able to kill everybody else in the zone. Ah, GG. Op4 win that first round. All right. We'll be back after these sponsored messages. Again, if you're looking for an Arma community, this probably will help you out. As an Arma 3 content creator, one of the most common questions I get from fans is where can I find a good Arma 3 unit to play in? One of my biggest recommendations is milsimunits.com. You can click on the Arma button on the main browser, and it'll take you to a page where you can see various different Arma unit listings. Each listing has a nice picture representing the unit, a brief synopsis, and the information you need to join the unit. Unit leaders can also sign up on the website for free by simply joining the website's Discord. So funny enough, those guys are sponsoring a 24-hour operation that will be starting on the 6th of July, not this weekend, but next weekend. And I am excited to be hosting that for them. But anyway, let's go ahead and pay it off to the Soviets there. Pretty solid victory. Blue 4 just couldn't seem to bounce back in that fight. Nonetheless, we are on Sakashima Island. Let me go ahead and get that changed out. Sakashima Island. Alright, this is round 2. Let's go ahead and get our command written. This is going to be Green 4 versus Blue 4. This is US versus Japanese. US. Yep. Forces. Green 4. Attacking Japanese. Blue 4. Caches and a terminal site. Green 4 has an 8% numbers advantage. Oh, that's a lot. 2 Stuart tanks. 4 half-tracks. Jeep transport. While Blue 4 has 2 light tanks. Tankette. A Vickers armored car. And sandbagged MGM placements. Who doesn't love a good tankette fight? Alright, hopefully this round will begin soon. We'll get that prediction up. We'll get it for all 15 minutes, and we'll see how things go. Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed that first round. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, now is the time to ask them as we are in intermission. Again, we'll be doing DayZ later today. I'm going to give it, I want to say an hour. Normally I eat dinner, but since Bloodway and I did all-you-can-eat sushi, we're real kind of stuffed. She's napping upstairs, but I think I'll only need an hour. What I want to start advertising today is the new list of operations that we're going to be funding for July, so we'll put that in the stream, and all of the funny haha shenanigans will be tied to it today. Haven't been on Pal World, sir. What? Probably Trash Panda, but you'd have to ask Devil Demon. I haven't bothered to ask him. I hope they have, because I had a mega base at the end of the map, and I don't mind restarting. Nonetheless, thinking to myself, We might stream Power World later, we might not, but again, I'm going to be focusing on DayZ. We've just been continuing, I guess, the status quo with the addition of, on YouTube now, every day or every other day we put a new poll out to either let you guys choose what the next YouTube video, which I put the date on for, will be, because it's a new Arma video every 4 days, and then there's a new DayZ video every 4 days as well, meaning there's a new video every 2 days. And it just alternates between the Arma and the DayZ. We also have polls that control, and this is why I don't have the document ready for what we're offering for July just yet, because the last one is still being voted on in the YouTube poll. But it looks like it's going to be something related to Boeing, Hitmen, and the POG community, and it's going to be pay-for-pain style. So we might have a bonus pay-for-pain mission before we get on to the total pay-for campaign, but that'll be on a random Thursday, or maybe even a weekend. Don't know yet, but probably a Thursday. And, yeah. I'm just trying to give you guys more control of the content that's actually released and patented on, so we're working with what we got. Nonetheless, we'll see how round 2 goes. Sakashima Island, I don't recall it on the top of my head, but I know as soon as we actually push in, I'll definitely recognize the map itself. But I mean, judging from the assets, I think it's United States. It could be the British too, or it could even be the Australians, but it's impossible to tell until we actually push in. Nonetheless, just trying to maintain everything afloat. Definitely need to do some more missions on the weekends, and we'll just keep going with what we've been going with, you know? Excuse me. I've also been debating taking over a friend's charity stream, because he likes to have tech advice sessions where he's a guru on the stuff, but I'm debating applying to take over his channel, because he streams on Kick, and then get a bunch of people that know me in, and then I just give a bunch of bad tech advice and they take it seriously, and we just turn it into a comedy skit. I don't know why, but I like messing with people. It's fun. Going through my DMs real quick, just making sure everything is up to date, no miniature emergencies, because you'd be surprised how much random BS I get sent while I'm streaming. Alright, that should all be said and done. Be sure to clean your RAM with soap after using it. Bro, I had a conversation with him the other day while he was streaming, and I was pretending to take my toaster in my bathtub to clean it. And then I, quote-unquote, disappeared for a few minutes and came back and said, I dropped it in the bathtub. My toast got soggy. It was a real shocking experience. That's why you don't wash them in the bathtub. Because there's nothing worse in life than soggy toast. God, it's like the exact opposite of what you want. You literally toast the bread to harden it, and it just gets soft again. It sucks. It's horrible. Don't do it. But yeah, in the background, we've been doing a lot as well, and hopefully soon we'll start streaming some of that background content. Just frustrating with one of the games I've been playing, because I'll stalk people in it, and then finally get the jump on them, and they'll just turn around and immediately murder me, and I'm like, God damn it. You gotta go with the vintage models to get rid of the surge protectors, right? Totally. And then I gotta sit down with C and get his horror op taken care of. That'll be first on my to-do list for July. So I'm trying to clean up a few things still tied to the June category. Ay. Wouldn't it be great if I just had more time to do some more operations? Then I would be totally caught up in life, right? Haha. Were that the case. Excuse me. This is a map from the East Asia War mod, and I know that because the next 506 Zeus mission is actually going to be done up here. God, that took me a second to realize. Nonetheless, Blue 4 definitely going to be on defense here. Green 4 coming in from the coast in the harbor. There's going to be at least 2 kilometers of trekking because they're on the edge of it before they actually come in. Terminal being held on the airport, and then the destroy objectives being held in here. It looks like they have 3 search zones, though, but only 2 of them have actual caches. Interesting. Hire an intern, it's free labor. Were it so easy. Speaking of which, I need to message a guy named Sixton. I need to have him build another SCP facility. Oh, we'll get there when we get there. Actually, hell, I have a second. I forgot phones existed. Hey broski, comma, want to build another SCP facility, question mark? We'll see if he bites. Oh, right, a prediction. Ha! That's what half of you are here for. You're just here to gamble. I forgot. Alright. Again, I don't know if it's the US specifically, but I'll just put that as a slash. And it beeped, which means they pushed the round in. Alright. Hold your comments, ladies and gentlemen. I will be with you momentarily. Let's go ahead and look over at the zone here. So we got green 4 in this little low area here. So I have to say, where'd my markers go? Hit my button a few times. There we go. So yeah, definitely US-based forces. All right. We got a lot of stuff here. Blue 4, meanwhile. You got that, Twin Vickers, you got the little tankette there with the machine gun, and you got those 2 light tanks to basically pair off with, excuse me, the US's tanks there. And then they're using some of the weaponry from the East Asian War. All right. Oh god, some of them have been given swords. Yes! Sword PvP. Let's go. Nonetheless, I'm going to do units first. We got Smith on Blue 4 as Company HQ. Norris leading Alpha. Excuse me. Apperly as the marksman, so he's given a rifle with the little scope on the side. You can see right there. Nelson being the group's medic. Alpha 1 being led by Voff with Dottie, Hunt, Franz, Campwell, Harrington, and Buckner. Bravo being led by Ash with Gazag as the marksman, Eric as the medic. Tackleberry and Harana and Bravo 1. Bravo 2 has Swallow, Lurch, and Major Khan. We see Banks and we get disconnected. They'll probably jump back in because I saw one of the names in Bravo 1. But still, Rambo Bambo Rocky 19 leading Charlie with Maxic being the marksman. Charlie 1 has Roland leading Killer Cake, Alfie, and Hep. Charlie 2 has Cooper and Mr. Hybrid. Dobbs leading Echo with Highander, taking the medium anti-tank weapon, which appears to be a stolen bazooka of some sort. And then Collis and Dream being his assistants, so that team has 6 rockets total. And RN Bates being 1 tank crew, Grav and Vagrant being the other tank crew. Green 4, meanwhile, has Goose leading with Oddballs and 2IC, Watts as the platoon medic. Tundian leading Alpha with Mike as the marksman. That appears to be a Springfield, is it? Yeah, no, so this is U.S. Marine Corps, so their main rifle actually might be the Springfield instead. That is a Springfield bolt action. All right. So, Salt being a bar gunner for Alpha 1. You've got, Meerkat, Bursty, Nolik, Wayne, and Murphy all together. Pierce leading Alpha 2 with Nekomata and Rodrig. Bravo has Bluck leading with Wonder as the marksman and McBain as the... What the heck happened to that guy? McBain being the medic. Bravo 1 has Lolo, Kremitz, Skipu, Twins, Kevin and Zixme all together. Samuel leading Bravo 2 with Gonzalez and Gajanovic. Echo has Tomer leading the team with Standers, having the M1A1 with Omri and Isini being the assistants, so 6 rounds for that bazooka. Golf 1, one of the stewards has Snatch Perfons and Pupper. Golf 2, which is the other steward, has Crispier, Curie, and Sam, and the Delta has Henry, T, Nuzzy, Mango, and Crazy all together. What is their medium machine gun, though? M1919A6s. All right, mission details here. The tasks for Blue 4 are going to be to defend 2 caches and a terminal. Green 4 trying to destroy both those caches and find and secure the terminal. Otherwise, 2 kilometers of render distance, 4 to 5 points, only 50 for the defenders, and standard 50-minute time limit. Area of operations, big open areas with a ton of trenches and bunkers. Destroy objectives are in small bunkers. Mission rules, no trenches inside of the caves, no fortifications / trenches in the entrances either. Blue 4's weaponry, they are Japanese 1940 kits. So we've got Asiaka rifles, the same one but with a scope. I forget the names of the machine guns, but they have their own Type 100 submachine gun as well, and then bazookas for the Echo anti-tank team. You've got a single sandbag trench, I think that's just a placeholder texture. 2 Type 92 machine guns, the Vickers armored car, the tankettes, and then the 2 light tanks. I'm really curious, actually. They've got 49 rounds of a 37mm HE cannon. Meanwhile, the Stewarts have 50 AP rounds and 40 APC rounds, so a lot more ammo with them. And then they've got 1919A4 Brown 8 coaxes. They also have 4 M2 half-tracks and 4 Willys Jeeps for transports, but their weapons are going to be Springfields, Scope Springfields, Browning automatic rifle, the Bar, the Thompson submachine gun, M1919A6 for the Delta medium machine gunners, and then their own bazooka for Echo. Looking over at the AOs here, so this first one is actually in a little cave that is just tucked away right here. This is massive grenade fuel. Holy crap, that one definitely gonna be a bit fun to blow up. Second one here also in some form of cave. The entryways are quite small, actually, but again, there's some very nasty spots to come in and throw grenades. Definitely don't want to come in from the low ground, though. That's where it's ambush central, but you got these little holes that you can pop those nades inside. Finding them is going to be a massive pain in the ass, though. You see that Blue 4 is already starting to fortify some of the entryways, though. And then you have the terminal site in this bunker texture facing all the open ground over here. And then you got the airstrip itself. So this one definitely a bit a ways away from the 2 caches here. So we might not see Blue 4 try to hold both areas. They might just pick one or the other. You can also see that they're spawning bunkers and whatnot. Gotta be careful with these textures, though, because you can look up and see whoever's in there. Ooh, hiccup, excuse me. Oh, yeah, Blue 4 does have boxes for backpacks, which is quite funny. Stream Warno or something with a random, like, fun campaign or something. Douche, I've heard, Snerdouche? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I have heard a few of my friends playing Warno. Might get into it. I'm really into games, though, that my chat can directly interact with me. Like DayZ right now for how we have it set up, because it lets chat bully me. Because my job is to literally bully a bunch of players, so it kind of equalizes everything out. But you never know. There's always more games we could do. There's another game I'm going to start streaming soon called Xfil. I've been I've been practicing, and I'm going to be honest, I still suck at that game. But, you know, soon, TM. Ah, textures, the PC versions of peeping toms. Yeah, when they're not textured properly and you have this weird under area, right? Nonetheless, I mean, for Green 4 in their planning, their best bet is to just push. Like, there's not really, this AO is so massive, there's not a specific way they can do it. They could theoretically try to go around the northern side and push in, or go around the southern side. They definitely don't want to hit this AO head-on, though, from the west. They probably want to capitalize on the predictable line that Blue 4 is going to make by holding towards the west, and either come in and attack from the north, or do it from the south. Coming in from the north, though, that also lets them capitalize on the airstrip. Actually, no, that would be better if they came in from the south and did that, because at this point, the airstrip can then let their armored elements come up and start climbing these hills, but these rocks are also going to get in the way. But suffice to say, it's really hard for Green 4 to position their armor properly in this AO. There's just a lot of rocks everywhere, a lot of debris. Not a lot of good spots where it won't just instantly be taken out from afar, so they're going to have to probably fire at maximum range, but that's also why they probably have a lot of ammunition for all of it nonetheless. Well, the tanks have finite ammo, but usually... I want to say usually they're limited to only like 20 or 30 shots, but we don't really see a lot of heavy armor in FNF. We only usually see autocannons on occasion, and they're usually only given like maybe up to 100 AP rounds. So some of these tanks, I mean... Blue 4's light tanks given 49 rounds. The Stewarts are given 90 rounds. I mean, that's a big difference. I always love the light tanks, though, because they have that rear machine gun. Though the tankette is very adorable. It's literally just a machine gun. Then you got the twin Vickers car up here, which just has two Maxim guns up top. And then you access it from the rear, and you can also have the little side doors. Oh, they're adorable. Huh. I wonder when the tanks fire for it. I didn't notice that, but... yeah, they can be a bit on the quiet side as well. Well, you got to specify when you say BMP, because a BMP-1 has a 73mm cannon. BMP-2 has the either 20 or 30mm autocannon. I think it's a 20mm, but I could be wrong. Bradley, though, I mean, yeah, that's the big boy. I think the Bradley's 30, but I could be wrong. It's either 20 or 30. I always get those two wrong. Oh. Well, it looks like he got respawned, but yeah, there's a dead guy up here. Five minutes of time remaining. Looks like they're dropping their radios. Either because they're not supposed to have them, or I don't even know at that point. BMP2 has the 30mm, Bradley has the 25. Thank you, Shark. Excuse me. Yeah, there's not really anything else on top of this round. It's just going to be up to Green 4 to attack this stuff either from the north or the south and not come in like idiots from the west, which means there's going to be at least 10 minutes or so spent on maneuvering before any action starts. Blue 4, I'm going to be honest, the AOs are too big to do any counter actions here. I think their best bet would be to send one tank up northwest, one tank down southwest, and see if they can run into the enemy formations. You could also send one of the, you could keep the tankette for static defense or have that on reserve and have it come in later and try to get behind infantry, but the tankette is kind of useless here. It's just a portable machine gun at that point. You could just one-man crew that thing. And then the Vickers car. I'm going to be honest, Blue 4 having all those vehicles is just going to drain the manpower from where they need it the most, which is the actual objective security. Because Blue 4 are definitely going to lose a few people in the fighting before Green 4 can get right on top of the zone. And Blue 4 doesn't really have a lot of good positions to lock things down from, because yes, this is all open, but it's not completely open. There's still cover. There's still ways that, you know, Green 4 can send entire forces around to flank. And then Blue 4's final level of security, which is the internal areas here, I mean, this is just grenade bait. Now, we have seen that World War II, or excuse me, FNF World War II grenades haven't done a lot of damage, but you're just going to see Green 4 throw in explosive charges or satchels. And regardless of if Blue 4 are behind these boxes, they're going to die to a satchel. Or if the charge is in their relative direction, they're going to die to the charge. So pretty tough objectives overall for Blue 4 to defend, but that's only if Green 4 attacks from a proper direction. If Green 4 comes from the west, I'm gonna be disappointed. It's very open. That gives Blue 4 the high ground. It's suicide. And this is a 2-kilometer AO, but it's a 50-minute round. Green 4 still has time to attack from the south or the north. The only time that we're going to probably see some stalling is because Blue 4 have their forces split in both areas. And funny enough, we do have a third cave over here as well, but it's completely emptied out. I think Green 4's best bet, again, is just to follow the roads. I mean, we have one that immediately turns out over here. Then there's a little bit of a forested way before they can get to another road and start driving. But that one can take them all the way around on the southern side. Whereas we have this road out here, goes to the map edge, and then they can start taking the side streets. And we got a little bit of forested area to cover here, but the world's so blown out, they could continue to go around entirely. So like I said, I think there's going to be a good 10 minutes of maneuvering unless Green 4 just decides, F it, we ball in, and they push in from there. The funny thing about this machine gun is it's literally just a bunch of clips of ammo loaded on this side, and the ammo just gets pulled. I actually don't know how the bullets themselves are pulled if the clips are loaded that way, but either way, they then have to load the clips one at a time, so the reload time for this gun is a bit of a pain in the butt. Either way, we'll just have to see how it plays. Yeah, Sixton replies back in capital letters, yes. I'll have him start working on the next PvP facility for another SCP 3-way op. Otherwise, Sector has gone open. We see Green 4 sticking around. Looks like there is a splitting of forces here, but some stuff is now pulling around.
Go Team 6 now.
Bro, I'm so drunk. Karan, how's it rolling?
It's rolling. I mean, this is going to be a fairly big AO for round 2, Yanni, but thanks to a 30-month resub, hope you're doing okay and you're not doing anything too stupid. Nonetheless, hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice difficult scenario. So we see that some vehicles have split around, but looks like now they're turning right. Looks like they potentially had a last-second change. Don't tell me you're actually going to push right in. Bro, read the map markers. It's 20, 31, 41, 28, 46. They have 71. 70. You are fighting in elevated position. Do not charge right up to it. You fools. Then we have one truck of 3 going all the way to the northern side. It's a freaking gun truck, so that's going to be out of play for a while. I swear to God, if they charge this area head on. You have the time to flank around. Maybe we'll see them pull north or south once they get to where this Vic is going. You got the Vickers trying to drive around all the debris. I was about to say, did it just high bar itself on that log? And the Vickers manages to find itself right in the main Green 4 dismount point without even realizing it. I think they hear the tracks of the tanks coming. So we see Green 4 potentially force splitting? Maybe? He's looking right above. You can see his gun. You can see his head right there. Wait, oh God, this is so funny. Both medium anti-tank crews are right next to each other. Bazooka goes in, and that knocks out the Japanese bazooka team. And SL Dream disconnects. Ironer wakes back up, takes some shrapnel, and immediately gets gunned down again. Womp womp. Hey, look, you know what's better than one bazooka? Two bazookas. Ironer wakes up again! Hit him, Ironer! Hit him! Oh, you cannot make this shit up. Oh, this is why you double tap. This is why you freaking double tap. Bro had a bazooka and decided to use it. Look at them. They're trying to medic him as if he didn't get it point blanked by a bazooka. Good job. Ay, ay, ay. You got long-range machine gun fire now coming in. Now they're returning with their own machine gun fire. Yeah, this is gonna be just a long-range nightmare at this point. And they got the tank out on the runway. Love how it's literally just a strip of bullets that gets fed in. Tank's still trying to hit that vehicle. Rest of Echo's right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. What are they gonna hit at this range? Like, maybe the tank can line up and hit the machine gun bunker. I mean, oh, well, shit. He hit the machine gun bunker. Yeah, we'll see if Dream shows up in chat. I honestly still can't believe they're actually assaulting this from the west. From the low ground. That seems borderline suicidal to me. Yeah, this is why the tank was given 90 rounds. So these guys got spotted. They're being forced to pull back. .50 cal shooting at something up here. I honestly can't tell if there's a body in here or not. Might just be a trick of the light, but who knows. I guess what also confuses me is Blue 4 has some stuff all the way back here, I guess to hold in case one side falls, but why is there a Blue 4 element going into the no man's land to counter it? Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop asking questions because both sides are starting to do things that are making very little to no sense to me. Like, I get it. Counterattack. Sure, fine. You have the high ground. Yeah, that's the Japanese bonsai charge. You're right. Death before dishonor. Some Blue 4 were given samurai swords. I'd want to use that samurai sword. Run up and shinobi a few people, right? You can see them pulling vectors out. Ironic, they leave the high ground to end up in the low ground against enemies that were previously in the low ground, but now they're in the high ground. Yes, the World War II era vector. Nolik back here trying to be that one Finnish sniper with iron sights, taking out Soviets in the Winter War. Unfortunately, the bullets are getting caught in the texture. Are you actually firing a... Okay. Did you see that his bullet drop was literally landing like a few hundred meters short? Holy crap, a Blue 4 guy got knocked out. Holy shit, he's dead! Yeah, that's the 50 cal down there. Did another one just die? You know, maybe they'll learn something. Yeah, you got two more that have died out here. Oh, that's cool, Yanni. I didn't know you were Japanese. I'm joking, that's the name of the Finnish sniper. What? What? Wait. What? What? Where the fuck did you get that? I remember... God, I remember when the Japanese looted the Soviet armories in 1940 and they pulled the RPDs out. Is that an RPK or an RPD? I think that's an RPK actually, which is even worse. The RPD has a bigger drum. But I remember when they looted the RPKs with those 75 round drum magazines. This is literally the greatest weapon in the AO right now. Because the RPK is the built-in bipod. The RPG does not. But how does this man have... The 50 cal says otherwise? You'd be right. It's the nerfed AKS-47U. You're right, they couldn't give the Japanese AK-47U, so instead they gave them RPKs. Awesome. See, because I look and I see Killer Cake. He's got that. Did I miss a page? Because I don't see RPKs in the listing. But, you know, I've just been commenting on this game for like 5 years, so, you know, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Call of Duty World War II was right when they gave all the Germans on the beaches of Normandy PPSHs, right? Maybe we as history buffs have it wrong. There's a video of tennis between Djokovic and an Abrams. And they start the video by saying Djokovic is fighting a World War II era Abrams. And I literally had a stroke. But you know what? Maybe World War II was just a myth. Maybe World War II was just all about the friends we made along the way. And all of the weapon platforms that didn't exist yet suddenly coming into existence. Do I ask the admin? I'm not a frickin' narc, Nataria. If Cooper has an RPK, clearly there's a reason for it. You don't have any money on the line? You haven't paid me for these points. Snitches get stitches and they end up in the ditches. Exactly. But I don't make any money off of your fake money. I don't get a cut, therefore I don't give a shit. Now, if I was making a cut, then by all means, I'd snitch for you, but nah. Twitch doesn't let me go gambling. It sucks. We can call up Ian. It's his week off. Ian, let me gamble. All right, meanwhile, the Stewarts are starting to fire into the Blue 4 defensive line. Salt has been picked off. Ah, yes, the RPK gunner definitely got him. I think that's a bar. So I was about to say, that looks kind of like the back of an FNFAL, and I was about to have another aneurysm. I'm like, no, it's a Browning. It's a Browning, I promise. How about if we as chat don't torture you as much? No, I want you to torture me tonight. I have a wedding to pay for, remember? Wow. The question is Green 4 ever going to come up close enough for that RPK to get any use? Because I want a group of Green 4 to come up and turn the corner, only to find Mr. Cooper. Holy shit, there's a second RPK! Bro, dual wield those! Why are there two? Is that a freaking AK mag? Bro, the Japanese looted a freaking time traveler ammo cache. I don't think they were in the ammo boxes, because I think these are just textures, but that would be really funny if they were actual ammo boxes and there were RPKs in them. There's more than one RPK? Bro, take the magazine off the gun, that'll give you another one. And there's free radios, Cooper. This is why when you're a mission dev or a Zeus, you need to make sure you don't give your player base silly things, because they will use the silly things. Oh, shit. Capwell found the Stewart. Does Capwell have any AT? No. He's got a rifle, though. Try shooting at it. That's a good trick. All right, Charlie 1, what are you going to do against the other Stewart? Do you have any AT? Oh my gosh, you do. So he probably has AT grenades. And you can still hear those 50 cals firing in the distance. I'm actually curious. Yeah, Jack's on 2 kills from that 50 because he's picked off 2 Blue 4 up there. crawling up. Maybe they can get a melee kill on the Stewart. If they bayonet enough, maybe it'll blow up. Give me the player base. Silly things goes to all games. Yeah. 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 Anyway. I mean, he's using it. Oh my god, he switched to 45-round stick mags. The Chad. I guess the admins came in and said, hey, it's too powerful, dude. We gotta switch it to 45s. I just love how he's unironically using it. Are they the 60-round coffin? That's even funnier. Because everyone remembers the Soviets started making 5.45 as a caliber in 1938, right? Totally. Got some more, oh god, the medic got shot. Something just exploded. It was explosive charges on the front. Oh no, that might be a tank firing. Some form of shell on him. So Blue Force moved up here. Goose, meanwhile. Goose, what do you see? You see movement. Oh, but the movement's too slow. Goose can't actually identify if they're friendly or not. Goose! Goose! Play Duck Duck Goose, buddy! Get him! Grenade them! Goose is blind. Goose is literally blind to 4 Japanese players running right across his vision. Come on, Goose! Get your head in the game. I think they're going to actually AT grenade that Stewart. Goose is an AFK. He's just slow. All right, we got to be patient with him. Grenade. You try that again. There you go. Hey, look, a grenade. Hey, look, another grenade. Wow, how is he not dead? Oh, God. He goes airborne. Popper might get hit by his own grenade here. Yep, that was by Fonz. Ah, the Grenadier gets taken out. Goose, you back? Hey, see, he's not AFK, I promise. Unfortunately, due to Goose's diligence, or I guess negligence would be the proper word, Popper wakes up. Grenade goes a little far. Still damages Fonz a bit. Alfie wakes back up. Bolt action versus Thompson. Run up and stab him! Holy shit, he got him with the handgun. And Fonz has realized, wait, I have a tank. I can just shoot you. Ah, yes, the real logical winners here. Meanwhile, Green 4 is making a push on the terminal building. Looks like one of the light tanks was taken out by the Stewart. The tank head is actually on 3 kills. We have satchels going off. Looking back here, Goose now taking Grenadier fire. Alfie, the Grenadier for anti-tank, yeah, the anti-tank Grenadier has been taken out. Goose gets knocked out and hit by Mr. Hepatitis C. Can you imagine getting killed by Hepatitis C? God damn. Zixme charging up on his own. He's got a Thompson, but will he be able to defeat the legendary RPK gunner? Tough to say. Meanwhile, the Stewart in the back line is picking people off. Bates gets killed. Lolo, meanwhile, pushing up. He's eliminating Blue 4 that are pushing the remains of this Green 4 assault wave. Some Green 4 reinforcements on the southern side of the airstrip. That's 5 additional players that can push in. And the remaining 3, Green 4 are definitely going to need it. I don't know, Hog. Nah, but Hog, you remember how the Japanese forces had RPKs, right? That was like their bread and butter as they fought the US, you know? In what, 1943? Where's my man Cooper? There he is. Hell yeah. The man's been given a gift. And if you look down, there's a second one, too. Oh. I still love that they're trying to pick off these guys running around. Fawn's gonna be blown up. Yep. As he's trying to repair the tank. So green 4 down a tank, blue 4 also down a tank on the runway. I remember the Manhattan Project. That's when they built the best pizza in New York, right? Ah, good times. Back when this country stood for something. Anyway, Stewart now pushing. Finds a hidden rock, finds a second hidden rock. Naturally, you're going to want to drive that Stewart right into the headquarters, right? Fran's coming out and realizing that's an enemy tank. And he gets a grenade right on top of it. Throws an AT grenade on the tank. Because France is an AT grenadier. Suicides! And it looks like it detracks the Stewart. Now that was a good bonsai charge. Still waiting to watch someone with a samurai sword come out and try to stab Green 4 to death. That's what I'm hoping for. You got some Blue 4 infantry going around, but Echo is now on Blue 4's rear. Oh, come on, hear the footsteps. Take the samurai sword out. My man's sleeping. Samurai sword. Samurai sword. My guy, I see it. Also, you have a holster for that. Yes! Do it. Do it. Charge. Attack. Yeah, look, the other tank. Did you just miss both bazookas? You know, sometimes the player base frightens even me. Thankfully, they reload quick, but you got Vagrant running around. Man's literally charging them. I think he's trying to hug them so they light on fire too. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Green 4 now trying to come in to take the terminal site. Kremit timing a grenade. Why does the Thompson sound like a drum? Meanwhile, this squad leader is doing his best to hold, and he gets blown away by the Thompson. Did the grenade just fall? And the grenade fell, and Sam died to his own team's grenade. Okay. We got Mike coming around back here. We still have Zixme running around. Is Cooper still alive? Yes! The RPK gunner still reigns supreme. Bro, if we play round 3, I want an RPK. Still waiting for Smith to come out with the samurai sword and go kill people with it. Come on. You know you want to. If you're given a samurai sword PvP, you have to use it. That's just a fact. Alright, Kremit looting that submachine gun. Not a bad choice there. Voth running around on the rooftop. Mango shoots him in the face because he was like, huh? You no friendly? And then, yeah, there goes his head. Oh my god, a satchel goes off as Tackleberry is shooting his own friends. Hell yeah. Ah, I see. He's trying to defeat Hep C and do us all a service. Mike, meanwhile, hiding in a tree as Ash is getting grenaded by his own person, Rana. And, wow. Yeah, that happened. Here comes Zixme. He's got the Thompson. He's gonna... Oh, you dastardly dog, you. Do 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 do. All right, terminal hacked. Zixme, I'm waiting to see if he throws a second charge in. Wheaton trying to time his grenades to airburst him. He gets a grenade right in front of Cooper, but it's a thermite grenade. Terminal explodes. No, Cooper's still up with the RPK. The RPK is still in play. Oh my god, and Lurch headshots Zixme. But we got Green 4 coming in. There's still a good chunk of Green 4 on the outside. Can Cooper channel his inner Audrey Hotto and utilize the most powerful weapon of the era to win this match? It's anyone's game, folks. He is definitely trying to lock down the zone with that RPK. We got a half track coming around. Excuse me. All right, Blue 4 in a trench, still trying to push up. The United States still trying to eliminate Hepatitis C. Killer Cake can't seem to line his gun up. They're taking more fire. And Hep C has been eliminated, and the world is safe from one more STD. Piranha, meanwhile, found Mike and blew him up. What gun is that? Oh, that's their Type 100 submachine gun. Green 4, meanwhile, pushing on the caches. Blue 4 do not have a lot of numbers. We do have Smith running back. He does have a katana. That could literally save everyone. Cooper's still looking around with his RPK. He can bipod it. He has it bipoded. He starts spraying him down, and he gets a hit on Wayne. More shots coming out on Murphy. Murphy's not a medic, so he won't be able to do much for Wayne. He goes into the trench. Bursty looking around. Jack up here throwing some grenades. Cooper trying to get some more pickoffs. I think he double tapped. Nope, Wayne managed to roll back in there. Oh, someone went down. Wheaton's trying to run up and get a melee on Jack. He hits Jack once. Hit him again. Tries to get the bayonet stab. It's a pistol fight. And Jack gets knocked out thanks to Cooper's amazing RPK skills. We got a 50 cal vehicle in the zone now trying to one-tap Blue 4. I think he's after Mr. Hybrid. And he was unable to dodge the 50 cal shots. Meanwhile, we still have some Blue 4 and Green 4 fighting in the southern side. Green 4 haven't found that top cache yet. They're going for clear-outs. Cooper now suppressing, but Watts on his rear. Cooper realizes he gets shot from the rear. Come on, Cooper, you have an RPK. Use it. And once again, the RPK strikes. And Watts is down. Tundian, though, doesn't notice him because of the angle, Cooper. Come on, Cooper, use that RPK. He spots Timian. Watts wakes back up. Tundian gets knocked out by the RPK. The best weapon the Japanese have to offer. Everyone knows the Japanese created the RPK in 1938. They also created 5.45 ammunition. Why? Because that's apparently how it went down. Just like the World War II Abrams. They still wake back up. No, the RPK. He has an RPK, not an RPD. RPD is 762 by 39. RPK is, it's the 5.4. It's the RPK 74, which is arguably worse, but... You're right, there is an RPK. The first one was chambered in 39. Yeah, based off of his magazines, I'm sure I am. Oh, there goes Major Cup. Bro, these grenades are frickin', they breathe on you. They don't do anything. More Green 4 pushing the zone. Cooper is literally Blue 4's only hope with his wonder weapon. Grenades going wide, not able to find any crevices to get anyone. Wheaton has found himself a Browning automatic rifle. Cooper's pushing. I think he spotted Indian. Get him, Cooper! Gets the knockout again. Explosive satchel's going off. Murphy gets knocked out. Wheaton maneuvering around. Back of the head headshot. Notices Wayne. Runs out of ammo. The Thompson starts engaging. And Cooper pushes Watts. Watson finally gets the kill with that RPK. This is World War II. Why an RPK? Oh, Rumluno. Everyone knows the RPK was created by Hojima RP. What's the last Japanese name that begins with K? Kokashima, yes, with a K, mind you. And he invented the RPK in 1938. Yeah. That's how the Japanese have them. Yeah, totally. Totally. Yep. They also made 5.45. It's technically an RPK 74 because it was made in 18. The ammo type was made in 1874. Yep. That's why it exists. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's your new knowledge for the day. Oh yeah, I did see the tank get like 3 kills, but I don't see it alive anymore. RPK is 1961. Nah, don't worry about it. Also, as far as I know, Spearhead CDLC isn't on for this mod set. Stewart drove up and you had to bail. Cooper one-tapping and see me. Piranha pushing up, trying to dodge that Stewart tank. Tomer can't seem to get the headshot. Piranha with the marksman rifle dodges another shot. Can't seem to line up their own shot, though. Grenade goes out. It's got a good bounce. Looks like it stops short, though. Game ends in 15 minutes. Piranha trying to get the headshot here with that scoped rifle. Another grenade throw. Mission ends in 15 minutes. There's still 2 caches in play. I thought that was an explosive satchel for a second. It was not. We're going to need to see something bigger to take out that Stewart. Smoke grenade on him now. And we still have these guys back here. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Smith has run all the way back to over here for some weird reason. Come on, Cooper. You have an RPK. You are literally unkillable. I believe in him. Wheaton knocked out. That sounded like coax firing. Kremitz turned out. He's walking around. Still got a few Green 4 on the outskirts as well. Blue 4 could still win this one with the power of the RPK. Cooper repositioning. Smart. He's trying to avoid that tank. Is Kremitz gonna double tap? What? Cooper trying to save Piranha by Tomer. You. Okay. That still might do something. Explosion! And it's detracked on one side. The gun has been disabled. Crew now bailing out. Grenade being thrown wide. Cooper comes up. Wait. Cooper! Where's your RPK? The source of your power! Oh, no. Cooper might have lost it. That's not good. Green 4 are much more likely to win now that Cooper's lost his gun. But Cooper's still making it work. He secretly had the right machine gun the entire time. Ay, ay, ay. We still have another cache up to the north, though. Kiri, though, now in striking range, might look for that cache. Will he find the legendary RPK? Only those that are the most based in Bliat can wield such a weapon. And he knows he is not worthy, and therefore he does not touch it. Grenade's going out on the cache. Major Khan. Here's that grenade go off. Grenade! Run, Major Khan! Cooper drop shot him from the roof. Damn. And Cooper gets blown away because he's lost his legendary wonder weapon. And therefore, he was not worthy. Green 4 now have an open sight line to destroy the objectives. Can they do it in the next 10 or so minutes? We haven't even seen the 15-minute warning call. Actually, no, they've got 11 minutes left to do it. We did see the 15 minutes. Curie might mag dump it with the machine gun to destroy it. Yeah, because the other three blue 4 are well a ways aware in various other areas. He's trying to use a thermite grenade to burn it. That didn't work, though, because of the angle. Watch how you load it. You just load it little clip at a time. All right, the first one's destroyed. There's only one more remaining. Piranha realizes this and starts running back. They do have a submachine gun. The body's being double tapped. Grazy trying to do some medical on Murphy. There's just one objective left. Yeah. Will a legendary weaponsmith let me redo it. Will a legendary samurai who only knows the weapon of the blade come in to save Blue 4's chances of winning? Come on. You have a samurai sword. Use it. Please. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm just wording horribly. Come on, you guys got 9 minutes. You don't have a lot of room to do stuff. I get it. You're doing medical and whatnot, but there's still one more cache out there. Can even be seen from the outside. They're giving up on Murphy because he just needs more blood, and I don't think any green 4 are medics. Crazy's fallen in a ditch. He's trying to climb his way out. Here comes T. Piranha also has a sword. T's breaching with that 1919 A6. I think green 4 have it. He just needs to mag dump the cache. Yeah, shoot it. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That's your handgun. Shoot it. Guys. Guys. Shoot the cat. Yeah, it's only round 2. Piranha gets taken out. Maybe they have ammo. And they can take that ammo and use it against the cache. Clearly they still... You good? You good, Mr. Ninja? Oh, Smith, come on. Samurai sword. Samurai sword. And the legendary RPK, left in the cave for another 40 years before it's rediscovered by a Soviet occupation. Guns. Use your bullets. T, use your samurai sword. Destroy the cache. I'd love to see Smith run in and stab all of them. The crate's not that powerful, it's just the weapon calibers are low. Smith, quickly! Your sword! Use it! Oh my god, no! Oh, thank god grenades aren't that powerful in this mod. And I think the grenade just blew the cache up. That's why you had to run in with the sword, Smith! You had to use the power of the blade! Why isn't the round ended? What? Oh, the trigger didn't fire properly. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, round 3 will start momentarily. Ah, man. We'll be back after these messages. Arma 3 content creator, one of the most common questions I get from fans is where can I find a good Arma 3 unit to play in? One of my biggest recommendations is milsimunits.com. You can click on the Arma button on the main browser, and it'll take you to a page where you can see various different Arma unit listings. Each listing has a nice picture representing the unit, a brief synopsis, and the information you need to join the unit. Unit leaders can also sign up on the website for free by simply joining the website's Discord. I've just had a black screen this entire time. Okay. Round 3. 2 terminals is sector. Murder at River. Battle of Monte Cassino. Let's go! Alright, first off, let's pay out our prediction. It was a green 4 victory. Barely. Now let's go ahead and change out our commands. This is round 3. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, now would be at the time. So, round 3, it is going to be Blue 4 defending. From the looks of things, US attacking. Okay. Blue 4 German forces are defending 2 terminal sites and a sector. Blue 4 has a Stug 3 tank, 2 MG42 statics, and while Green 4 has an 8% numbers advantage, a Sherman tank, a Greyhound tank, an M2 half-track, and transport trucks. Alright. And our map is going to be Murderate River from the IFA mod. Alright. So what do you guys think so far? Why was the crate so powerful? I mean, normally it's a different cache texture, but I think they just gave it the same health coefficient. I think it's the also because when we see crates get mag dumped, they're getting mag dumped by assault rifles with rifle-based calibers. And they've got quicker fire rates than most of the, World War II weapons, so it's just what we got. Alright, looks like they're starting to fill in. Alright, so day Z will get started, I want to say within an hour of FNF concluding, because I don't have to worry about dinner making, so... I'm just stirring the pot. Because it's fun. Time for research. Alright, I'll be back in a second. Are they still arguing in that chat? Looks like they are. I think they're talking about Goose for going AFK in that previous round because when he went AFK, a team of 4 came around and ambushed a tank. But that side still won, so no harm, no foul, in my opinion. Tanks should be responsible for their own security if they're going to be out doing solo shit. But that's just my hot take. All right. So we have a Green 4 coalition that is the US, British, and... What flag is that? I actually don't remember. And then we've got German forces on this side. German forces going to be holding out the castle, a little bit of a village, and then some sort of back area structure in that area. Green 4, meanwhile, starting off in a camp. That's Poland? Part of me knew it was, I just didn't want to say because I couldn't remember off the top of my head, and I didn't want to look stupid, so... Green 4 starting in the bottom right. They're going to have to cross at 3 different potential crossing points. You have the railway bridge. You have the Chef DuPont crossing bridge, and then you got the low bridge there. You also have a 4th position down here that they could just ride down and cross on. Definitely going to be the safest one. And then from there, they can either just cut through the forest, or they can just go north. I'm going to be honest, attacking the AO, the easiest way to do it is to just come over here, cross through the forest, and push in. If you have armored assets, though, you can just keep them on your side and bombard them from afar, and then let your infantry come in from the other side and clear things out. Ah, that's fair, Shark. IRL first. Excuse me. And there's Dream reconnecting. I mean, this round should be pretty cut and dry. We're going to have a few minutes of maneuvering in the beginning, and then it's just going to be all about getting up to the final AO. And I don't know if there's going to be a 3rd week of World War II. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't, but regardless, FNF will either become normal again next week or the week after. So, we will just have to wait and see. Alright. 1 second. Alright, there we go. So, let's go ahead and look over our mission details here. Let me get the prediction up first for you guys. So this is going to be Germans defending, and then US Green 4 attacking. Let me just make sure I spelled defending right. There we go. Okay, with that, so, looking over at our task, Blue 4 have to defend a terminal, a sector, and then a second terminal. Green 4 have to complete all of those objectives. If Blue 4 is able to at least hold 1 objective, they win. If Green 4 take all 3, they win. And of course, FNF rules, you wipe your opponent, you win by default. Otherwise, mission details, 700 meters of render distance, so, I mean, for tanks, that's a bit low. 80 build points for the defenders to build fortifications. Color for fortifications is going to be green, and then your standard 50-minute round. Notes, Grenadiers are supplied with rifle grenades. Since Blue had to get a K98 to use those, they have additional HEAT grenades capable of damaging even the Shermans. Additionally, they can switch out their... Yeah, alright, they can switch out their grenade launcher adapter to a bayonet to help with CQC. They also have AP ammo that should deal more damage, only tested by me versus the FNF armor system. It can go from 1-hit knockouts in the chest to 3 shots max to knockout with my testing. Okay. Allied vehicles are limited to MG and AP ammo. The Stug also only has AP ammo. Oh, that is a background and a half.
Now.
Archer, thanks for a 31-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, my friend. I hope you get a nice kick out of the scenario. The Battle of Monte, Cassino, also known as the Battle of Rome, was a series of 4 assaults against the German Gustav line, with Monte Cassino in the center. The goal was a breakthrough to Rome. In the beginning of 1944, the western half of the Winter Line was anchored by German forces holding the Rapido, Gari, Liru, and Garagolino valleys and several surrounding peaks and ridges. Together, these features formed the Gustav line. Okay, I don't know why I'm adding the O. Monte Cassino, a historic hilltop abbey founded in 1529 by Benedict of Nursia, dominated the nearby town of Cassino and the entrances to the Liru and Rapido valleys. Lying in the protected zone, it has been left unoccupied by the Germans, although they manned some positions to set the slopes below on the abbey's walls. Repeated artillery attacks on assaulting Allied troops caused their leaders to incorrectly conclude that the abbey was being used by the Germans as an observation post, at the very least. Fears escalated along with casualties, and despite evidence, it was marked for destruction. On the 15th of February 1944, Allied bombers dropped 1,400 tons of high explosives, causing widespread damage. Fallschirmjäger forces occupied the area, established defensive positions amid the ruins. Between 17th of July and the 18th of May, Monte Cassino and the Gustav line defenses were attacked on 4 occasions by Allied troops. On the 16th of May, soldiers pushed from the Polish II Corps, launched one of the final assaults on German defensive positions as part of the 20 Division assault along 32 kilometers of the front. On the 18th of May, a Polish flag and a British flag were raised over the ruins. Following the Allied victory, the German Singer line collapsed on the 25th of May, and the German defenders were driven from their positions. The capture of Monte Cassino resulted in 55,000 Allied casualties, while German losses were estimated around 20,000 killed and wounded. This battle would be described as a Pyrrhic victory. Area of operations: the Battle of Monte Cassino used to take place in Italy around a monastery on top of a mountain. The AO has a small town in front of 2 big mountains. One has a big building on top of it, which is while the other has a fortress. In front of the second mountain is a city that is built up on the mountain a bit, so defenders are provided with excellent coverings facing towards the river. Excellent cover facing towards the river, my bad. Since historical accuracy wasn't my main focus and I tried to focus more on the gameplay side of things, 1, the monastery isn't bombed and a lot smaller in scale than the real battle, and 2, the city has a bunch of buildings intact and a lot smaller in scale. Generally, you should never have to cross a lot of open fields in combat if you don't want to. Please use your maps and your eyes. Ha! Mission rules: only Delta can spawn in Safe Zone 3 and be inside the building in Safe Zone 3. No fortifications in Safe Zone 3. Safe Zone 1 is very crowded. Please make your fortifications follow the rules. Alright. Blue Force loadouts are German forces here. So they've got G43s, scoped Car 98s, regular Car 98s for the Grenadiers, MP44s for their auto riflemen, MP40s for their leadership, and MG42s for their Delta medium machine gunners. They also have access to a Panzerschreck for their medium anti-tank gunner. They have 2 deployable MG42s that are low with sandbags, and 1 Stug 3 tank with, let's see, 10 rounds of APCR and 30 rounds of AP. It can also deploy smoke screens. Loadouts for Green 4 are 1945 U.S. Army kits, so they have access to M1 Garans, Springfields, Browning automatic rifles, bars, Thompsons, and, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on M19 1986s. They got 4 Willie Jeeps for transport, 1 M1 half-track, or M3A1 half-track, my bad, 3 trucks, the Greyhound, which is just a light tank with a 37mm cannon. It only has 5 AP rounds, though, so it's meant to be a mobile machine gun vehicle instead. And then they've got the Sherman, which has 28 HV AP rounds, and then a lot of MG ammo across 2 machine guns. Looking over the map, T is commanding blue 4. We have a double rainbow in the sky, nice. But otherwise, Roderick commanding alpha with Fawns, Meerkat, Nakamata, Hepatitis C, Rollum, Killer Cake, Alfie, and Bursty with him. Rambo Bambo Rocky 19 is in Charlie with Maxic as the marksman. Iander leading Charlie 1 with Cullis, Dobbs, Waldo, and Dream. Delta has Tundian, Nolik, Henry, and Nuzzy all taking the machine gun roles, and Salt is being the leadership element for that group. Crazy leading Echo with Snodge Bear as the AT gunner, and then Twins as an assistant. They also have a auto rifleman, Murphy, with the MP44, and then Pierce and Goose are going to be in the Stug 3. Vagrant commanding the Green 4 side with Grav as the medic, Alpha being led by Hirano with Tackleberry as the marksman, Lolo leading Bravo with Skipu, Wonder, McBain, Cooper, Hybrid, Samuel, Kajonovich, Kremitz, Gonzalez, and Zixme together, and it looks like Cooper doesn't have that RPK anymore, what a shame. Norris leading Charlie with Campwell as the marksman and Dottie as an automatic rifleman. Charlie 1 has Hunt, Franz, Lurch, and Harrington all together. Delta mid led by Swallow with Eric as the, I guess, medic or 2IC. Gazog and Bakes taking the 1919 A6s. Wheaton and Ash also taking 1919 A6s. Otherwise, the Sherman tank has Crisper, Sam, and Curie all together. The Greyhound has Bates and Buckner. And then Major Con and Alpha 2 probably going to merge with the massive Alpha group. Or no, that's Alpha 2, so I guess he's going to be a 3-man team with Alpha Actual. Nonetheless, we see a Desert Rats Sherman tank here. It's got British symbolism. And you see with the rain coming in, let's go ahead and look at the sectors here. So we have the Abbey, which is just this massive building here. You can get on the rooftops by climbing up a ladder. Or on top of each other to get up here, and this is where you see a lot of people try to play sniper roles on this side. You also have this little basement area towards the side, and there is also another entry point on this way here, yep, with a blown-out wall. So that is one position to hold right here. You've got the actual sector itself, which is the little town. That is pretty well fortified, and then you got some steep slopes to come up to as well. Looks like all these buildings are also enterable, and you can use them for nice overwatch positions. Looks like this one is as well, and then you can travel up the stairwell. No, so I guess we do have Spearhead CDLC on, because this is a Spearhead building, if I recall correctly. Interesting. And then we've got the final terminal, which is... Okay, so hold on. The sector is this zone, and then we have a terminal here and a terminal here. So I guess this is just the spawn zone for the German forces, and they can use these towers as Overwatch elements as well. Interesting. All right, Obsidian. Yeah, they're giving the Germans G36s now, right? Yeah, keep it even. We see a blown-out Stug over here. And the real Stug is tucked away right there. We also have the machine gun bunkers down. We have a body, but I guess that's just a respawning player. We have a big chunk of green 4 vehicles already ready to go. One is going to be heading north, so I'd imagine they're going to take this low crossing point and then just drive somewhere off to the left and then probably come in from the forested side. Safe zone drops in 5 minutes. No RPKs this time around, because that was apparently an administrative mistake. Oh, man. I think after the stream, I'll hit a bit of coffee so we can be wired for the DayZ streams. I'm thinking how we're going to do DayZ tonight is we'll probably go on both servers. We'll start with Ghost Wolf server for maybe an hour, hour and a half, and then we'll transfer the Razor server. We'll switch menus halfway through, and that'll be a good practice run for the 24-hour DayZ up, which we'll do sometime in July. Gonna be honest, reading this AO, I'm I'm not going to read it from the map. Everyone I know, everyone on this server, I think has at least played this map at least once, because there's like 4 different iterations. This is a pretty common World War II map. People know that the hill, traveling up to it is a kill zone. I mean, this is all custom, so they will have to do a bit of map reading, but positioning is important. So I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the British, excuse me, not the British, the American forces dismount in the forest, walk up, take the Abbey, use this as a staging point, bounce forces through the castle area, and then attack from the high ground to the low ground as the Abbey covered them. Because attacking from any other direction is pretty much open ground suicide, but again, they've got supporting, both sides have vehicles to support, so whoever can beat out the vehicle on the opponent's side is probably going to have a good advantage to get their forces in the door, but that's not going to guarantee a victory. I don't have a date yet for the 24-hour stream. I've got almost everything tucked away for the 24-hour Arma stream. I'm still finishing up a few of the mission files. And I'm going to be honest, it's now kind of laziness on my end. I've gotten 3 of the 8 mission files in. I just hit a snag with the 4th one. And then I haven't gone back to fix the snag yet. But after I get that taken care of, then we can focus on the 24/7 DayZ one. So, or 24/7, no, 24-hour. God, we're not doing 24/7 DayZ. My sanity can't survive that. But when I know, I will let you guys know. Excuse me. 24-hour Pain Z. Is that what we should call the stream? The 24-hour Pain Z stream? I like it. Daz, write that one down and remind me about it later. That's actually a great name for it. Hell yeah. I'm going to be honest, I think Blue 4 only needs to just play this defensively. If we start seeing them send forces out from the AO, I think that's an early indicator that the op's going to be in Green 4's favor. Literally all of Green 4 is already wired to go in one direction. We might see this truck try to drive up to get to this road to follow that in instead, which would lead them to the same spot. And then who are these guys? This is Charlie. So I guess they're going to go off and either be reconnaissance or a scouting team of some sort. Hey, Surrect, how you doing? You know, that would be funny if we could actually take the Pal World rating system and turn that into some sort of pay-for-pain aspect. That would be painful. I don't think we'd make a habit of doing streams like that, but maybe something like once in a blue moon. That would be pretty funny. Meant more for PvP raids? Yeah, but that requires some people to sweat the server first. Still, it's not a bad idea. And there goes the safe zones. What are those trees? Those are old ported World War II trees, buddy. So we see some honking in play because Green 4's been told they can deploy. So a little bit of a slow start here. I assume the tank driver went AFK. There we go, forces deployed. Gonna put myself above the rain. Got Blue 4 going real far out. I have no idea what they're doing. They might be trying to move down to hold maybe the central town, but right off the bat, if Green 4 is going to go all the way around, I think it's already GG. We'll see where the forces continue to deploy themselves on, but absolutely no reason to deploy your stuff that far away. Always loved how this is just a massive flat zone in the forest up here. We got Charlie moving up this section. Again, I think they're going to try to get on an overwatch position and plink across the river. Maybe with the intention of if it weakens enough, they can just push in on foot if Blue 4 really isn't covering sectors. But this right here is just... that's a mistake. Because I think they're thinking maybe Green 4 will cross through the central area, and if they rush infantry up enough, they can make it. But we also have the tank that is deploying infantry that jumped on the top of it. But again, I think we're just going to see this. Because if I was in Green 4's shoes, that's what I would do. He's just warming the engine. So this is going to be another round with just a lot of maneuvering time. But yeah, now they're going to cut through the forest. Everyone knows trees grow sideways with their roots coming out of the ground. That leads them up to a lumber mill. But at least after this, they're just going to be going slightly in the low ground here. She's struggling to climb the hill. Yeah, so now they're taking it in reverse. That seemed to not really work for that long, though. The rest of the convoy is coming by. Blue 4 starting to actually deploy on the crossing point here. Not a lot of buildings to use, but yeah, and some are just outright cereal boxes that you can't actually enter. But yeah, with Blue 4 having half of their infantry out of the zone, Green 4 is going to get all the way around. They're going to deploy, start taking that. You're going to see Blue 4 panic, try to pull everything back, and by the time they do that, maybe they'll start getting into the sector. But Green 4 is already going to be on top of everything. Sherman's almost done climbing the hill. It's struggling, though, but it's trying to zigzag up. That could, yeah, right? That's going to be able to barrel by. Trying to see what's the... Oh, over the rain. So about 650 meters before you can start to hear it over the rain. And you have these guys out here just watching. I think Green 4 is using that as a regroup point. They've got Bates pushing up with the Greyhound. I think he's going to check to make sure this is all clear before they order the infantry to come around. Not a bad call to make just in case Blue 4 might be predicting this movement. Yeah, they're coasting in because they're trying to see if they'll get ambushed immediately. Because they're thinking that Blue 4 are going to know that this plan is solid and have a defensive line in the tree line. But it looks like they just called the all clear. Or they might have been waiting for the tank to come into support. So I think Blue 4's only hope is to potentially come around and see that force pushing in, but it's outside of the render distance of 700 meters. Let me check real quick if that's the case, right? Yep, 700 meters. So... trying to measure out 700. Yeah, no, if these guys go on the edge completely, they're not going to be seen by anything in this AO. How about from here? Yeah. So this is all a gray zone. So Vagrim, I mean, he's a seasoned commander in FNF, so I'm not surprised he made this play. T, I haven't seen do a lot of command, but he's definitely looking around, wondering where his opponents are coming from. What I really don't understand is the point of this force. I don't know if they were meant to be a distraction or some sort of scouting element, but they're on a completely opposite side. I guess reserves is my only thought. Because maybe if these guys all got ambushed and killed, maybe then that squad could still cross the river and come in and try to do the objective. So it shows Vagrant didn't want to go all in on the plan, because otherwise, I mean... these guys are literally have to go in on foot, and there's a lot of open ground for them to cover, and they could potentially get picked off early, so... weird call. Got a good chunk of Blue 4 on the rooftop. I'd imagine, I think they climbed on top of each other to get up here. But, gonna be tough to get down. Oh, I got Maxic looking this way. I think he's the smartest guy here, knowing that he could see Green 4 come around on that angle. Now you got Green 4 starting to come off this hill. Yeah, they're going to come into the river. They're going to cross on the riverside and then potentially take this tree line up. And then come in on the rear of this AO. Yeah, I don't know why the roof is designed to bring water in to have it pool right here. Like, if there was something that then fed the water on the side and there was some sort of, like, glycerin to collect the water, it would make sense, but that's weird. So you're just hearing random gunshots and explosions as I think Blue 4 is just trying to entertain themselves at this point. Hey, it's good for rooftop pool parties, yeah, right? Until your roof collapses from the weight. So I'm curious. Funny enough, Green 4 isn't going to even be rendering in. Yeah, Blue 4 can't see Green 4 on the river. I'm actually, let me adjust my render distance here. So that tower renders in at that. Yeah, so this is about the render distance they get. So there's not much they can see. That's going to allow for Green 4 to cross before they're even noticed. Funny enough, though, this is actually timed to be a two-sided attack. You could very well have this force come up and take the Abbey area as these guys go up and take the Overwatch, and then everyone just trickles down to the remaining objectives. I think Blue 4 is wising up to this, though, because we see them now remounting their forces and potentially pulling back to the actual sectors. And I think that's a great call for T to make, because he has no idea where Green 4 is at the moment. They could be anywhere at this point. How does this man see? Oh, he sees quite well, apparently. Never mind. Now we just have the main Blue 4 force coming through the forest right here. You can hear the tank, though. Ah, patience. You know, it's funny, in the 13 minutes this has taken, their first round was pretty much decided by then. Now, what I'm curious about is what the tank's doing. It's doing a great job, though. It's cut its engine. At this point, it should probably just be pulling security, because now I think Blue 4 are going to send their forces up here to check if there's any Green 4 on this side. And if Green 4 just cut their engine and wait and pull security, they could catch this force coming. Oh no, not the vineyard! Not the grapes! Wow. That hit the Stug dead on its frontal armor. Yeah, they're pulling away. Stug just got hit on the rear here. They dodge a shot. Dodge another. See, the Stug decided to drop the infantry off to cover as a human screen so the Stug could get away. Tanks are expensive. So this should be a pretty good indicator to Blue 4 that the enemy's behind them. Now you got Green 4 starting to close in. On this one area here, there's only 2 guys defending it. Blue 4 have some more infantry creeping in, but I think Blue 4 is too separated out to properly do mount a proper defense here. Hey, Iron Lance, how you doing? Always a pleasure to see you. Hope everything's going A-okay with you. And we got hit in the frontal armor, run away. Still, they took a shot in the rear and it didn't do anything, so. Another shot goes out. That's another hit. But the Stug doesn't seem to care. That one deflected off the armor on the right. I think these guys are just intentionally running over all the vineyard stuff. Is the Sherman charging? Do you think it's a good idea for a Sherman to charge a Stug 3? Oh no! Are you guys for real? What's the Sherman doing? There's the medium anti-tank team with Echo. They miss. Oh my god. Now you got Green Force starting to attack the actual Abbey position. Charlie getting on the rear of the castle position. They've dismounted the tank and are field repairing it. Right next to the medium anti-tank team. Rocket goes overhead. The turret might have gotten disabled. Oh, it's back on now. Here comes the Stug. The Stug, is it firing at friendlies? What? Now the Sherman's firing at him. I think the turret got disabled again, but it's lined up to hit. Is Pierce gonna try to rip the track off? The gun for the Stug is disabled. It's hitting the texture. Now it's shooting at the infantry crossing in the back. Is that the Greyhound? What is going on? Yeah, the Sherman can't penetrate the Stug, but the Stug's gun is jammed and it will only hit the building. Oh, wait, no, we got AT coming. Go right here, clear your back blast. There you go. That works. Knocks the Sherman, Sam gets out. Somehow Pierce loses that gunfight. Oh, if I was Pierce, I'd be throwing my frickin' keyboard across the room from that one. What is this shit? What? Man just knocked out a frickin' wall with it, too. What? What? What the hell do they give Sam to shoot in that thing? It's Uncle Sam himself. Oh my god. Anyway, Green 4 now assaulting the castle. Hey, look, a grenade. Funny enough, I think that did more damage to a meerkat down there. More grenades being thrown in. Aw, he just put a grenade in that man's butt. Oh shit, and it knocks that guy back. Whoa! Prince! Did they just satchel the they satcheled the tower. Yeah, I think Zixmy was trying to tell France to run, and France couldn't understand him because he was speaking French. Yeah. That happened. Alright, that terminal's been it's got 5 seconds left. It's done. Meanwhile, Blue 4 tried to counterattack. Vagrant gets dropped by Roll'em. Bang. So what does Green 4 have left? A decent chunk of infantry. Blue 4 have a decent chunk of infantry on the southern side. And we see Blue 4 trying to now counterattack up this area. Real Lolo, buddy. You make a map then. Yeah, oh yeah, you were the one that satcheled it and it blew everything up? Well, yeah, that's what satchels do, though. What? Oh my god, what? Stab each other. Oh my god. Roll'em's still walking around back here. The terminal's gone. A G43 beats out a 1919 A6. Okay. There's the double taps. Reload. Because that was 6 shots. And a Grenadier blows you up. Ha! Not what I was expecting. Have fun, Shark. There's a double tap shot. Squish. Squish. So, yeah, the Sherman crew, I guess, took the tank, the Stug 3. Hope that was radioed up, otherwise there might be a blue-on-blue incident. Yeah, that was over here, right? Yeah, they abandoned the Sherman and they took the other tank. I don't know what the hell was loaded in Sam's Thompson, but it proceeded to slap everything in the AO. This is a mess. And now I guess Blue 4 are just going to hold the final sector, but they only have one guy in the sector. Everyone else is not in the sector itself. Okay. The weather on screen matches what's happening out my window. Nice. we see a bit of Blue 4 dispersing here. And the rest of Green 4 starting to hike down. We have a few on the outskirts that'll eventually come around. Vagrant is uncon with 2 kills. He's been uncon for a while, though. So that terminal's going to be an easy tap. And now you got the armor pieces coming in here. Mike does have AT grenades. Did the Greyhound just try to... What's the Greyhound doing? That's an explosive satchel. Mr. Hybrid's running in. He gets the kill on Waldo. Sector's gonna start being taken. Yep, because there's no Blue 4 in the zone. Why is there a dead friendly right here? Okay, you know what? I think I'm giving up on this one, Chief. It's over. Green 4 won. It'll be over in another minute and a half officially, but... flanked by Mike, taken out by Iander. Grenade thrown up for good measure, but again, Blue 4 are holding a building that's outside of the zone. You hear that Thompson firing again. Greyhound can't even see the Germans in front of it. Seconds. Hack is finished. Blue 4 making no attempt to recapture. It's done. Although he volts out, sees what's going on down here, and decides, yeah, nah, fam. 5 seconds. And that is GG. All right, Green 4 victory. We'll be back with Daisy in about an hour. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.